Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Swahili ebook before it's gone. Today's topic is how to speak more of your target language, specificity, and can-do checklists. How much of your target language can you speak right now? If your answer is not much, there is a way to speak more, even if you're learning on your own. In this episode, you'll discover 1. How specific goals can get you speaking more, and 2. How you can apply this learning tactic with our learning program or any other resource. But first, listen up. Here are this month's new lessons and resources. First, the Going Sightseeing Conversation Cheat Sheet. What country or city would you like to visit? With this PDF cheat sheet, you'll be able to talk about where you want to go, and you'll master all the common words and phrases for sightseeing. Second, the Most Common Nouns PDF ebook. You'll master over 90 common nouns with this bonus PDF picture ebook. You can download and review on any device. Third, can you talk about hairstyles? Would you be able to get a haircut in your target language? If not, then this 1-minute lesson is just what you need. Fourth, phrases to use with your doctor. I have an appointment. I don't feel well. My throat hurts. You'll learn how to say these phrases and much more. Fifth, can you talk about books in your target language? Learn how to say novel, author, thriller, and much more with this quick vocab bonus. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. How to speak more of your target language, specificity and can-do checklists. Every learner wants to speak more in their target language, and yet speaking is almost always the weakest skill for most learners. So, how do you fix this? How do you speak more? Keep watching. These tips will apply to solo learners and those with a conversation partner. First, let's put language learning aside. Let's say you wanted to speak more about a certain topic in your native language. What would that depend on? The length of that conversation depends on how much you know about that topic, right? If you don't know much, that conversation won't last long. If you know a lot, you could go on for hours. It's the same with language learning. The more words and phrases you know around a certain topic, the more you can speak. It's a top-down approach. Pick a topic, for example, weather, and work your way down. Learn the relevant words, phrases, and questions for that topic. For example, what's the weather like? It's nice weather. It's sunny. It's windy. I like sunny weather. I don't like rain. The more lines you come up with, the more you'll be able to talk about the weather in your target language. The point is, if you want to speak more, you should start with a specific topic. Sounds obvious, right? So why don't most learners do this? Most learners don't do this because they're just passively following a learning resource without going after what they specifically want. It's much easier to follow a textbook than to stop, think about what you want to talk about, and go off in that direction. Of course, you should keep using your textbook or other existing resource. You can do both. Follow a resource and pursue specific topics. But here are a few reasons why this tactic is so powerful. First, specific goals always beat vague goals. For example, between setting goals like, I want to save money, and I want to save $50, you're more likely to succeed with the $50 goal. But because you have a specific number to look for and measure, you won't stop until that $0 becomes $10, then $20, and then $50. Same with language learning. Between, I want to learn more words, and I want to learn 20 words, you'll do much better with the specific goal. Second, you get to speak more sooner. You can go try the general approach of learning the 2,000 most common words, but that will take a long time and it won't get you speaking any faster. But if you pick a specific topic and get all the words and phrases for it, you'll be much better off. 3. So you know what to focus on. Again, knowing what to focus on helps you learn and progress faster. Otherwise, if you're just going through a textbook with no specific goal in mind, you'll spend months on learning a language and never see any real progress. So remember, the more specific you are with what you want, the more likely you'll get it, because you'll know exactly what you're looking for. This is why we tell you to set small, measurable, meaning specific, monthly goals. Now, what kind of topics should you pick? That depends on you and your hobbies and interests. You can also start with common topics, like talking about yourself, your family, the weather, or your weekend plans. But to make it easy for you, here's what you can do. 1. Download our free PDF conversation task list. Pick a topic to start with, for example, talking about your family. Then, take lessons inside our learning program based on that topic. You'll learn practical conversations that you can use in real life. And as a result, you'll be able to talk more about your family. 2. Take 5 or 10 minutes and write out other lines that you'd want to use, either in that conversation or questions that someone may ask you, and get them translated with the help of our Premium Plus teacher. 3. Come up with your own topics that are interesting to you. Then repeat step 2. Come up with all the phrases, questions, and answers that could come up in that conversation. Write them out and get them translated with your Premium Plus teacher. Or translate them with a translation software. You could try this, and it might not be perfect, but it could help you start and get you speaking a little bit more of your target language. The goal here is to be able to talk more about a specific topic, and as a result, speak more of your target language. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about what's your real reason for learning a language? If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! If you're learning a new language, there will be times when you'll struggle with the lesson, when you won't fully understand what you've learned, when you'll be in a rut, or when you just won't feel like you're making any progress. And that's totally normal. In this video, you'll learn what to do if you're not learning, and how to overcome language learning struggles. Let's begin. Number 1. Understand the mindset of a successful learner. Some learners are more successful than others. A key difference between successful learners and less successful learners is in the way they approach problems. Some learners rely completely on a learning program. If there's a grammar rule or word they don't understand, they get frustrated and blame the program. They don't look for solutions. Successful learners approach problems a little differently. If they encounter a problem, they look for a solution or ask for help instead of getting frustrated. You may feel frustrated at times, especially if you're a beginner, but how you choose to react will make all the difference. Number 2, set small, measurable, realistic goals with a deadline. Most learners fail because they set big, vague goals, like, I want to be fluent. When they realize they have no idea how to do that, they lose motivation and quit. The solution to this? Set small, measurable, realistic goals with a deadline. For example, finish 10 audio lessons by the end of this week. Learn 20 words by the end of this week. Speak 1 minute of conversation by the end of this month. Listen to lessons for just 5 minutes a day, every day this month. Now your goals are small and realistic enough to accomplish. They're specific and measurable, so you know when you reach them, and the deadline gives you a finish line. For example, either you learned all 20 words by Friday or you didn't. When you reach your goal, you gain a ton of confidence. This improves your chances of reaching your next goal because you've had experience reaching a goal and you understand the things you need to do to be successful. Number 3, read along with the lesson notes and lesson transcripts. Now, what if you're doing a lesson but you can't catch a word? Take advantage of the lesson notes and lesson transcripts and read along with the lesson. The lesson notes give you in-depth grammar and vocabulary explanations that are not available in the lesson. And the lesson notes give you the word-for-word transcript of everything said in the lesson. So if you want to pick up every word, read the transcript. Number 4, review, because repetition is the mother of all learning. If you're struggling with a particular word, grammar rule, or lesson, be sure to repeat and review it a few times. And then, come back a few days later and review it again. This same principle is used in our spaced repetition flashcards. The system quizzes you on words, then re-quizzes you in 3 days, then in 6 days, and so on. until the word gets embedded in your long-term memory. Some things you can do right now are download the lesson and lesson notes, save the words to your word bank, or even write down the words or grammar rules. Then come back to review them later. Number 5, reach out to our teachers and ask questions. If you're a Premium Plus member, you can easily get in touch with your teacher and get all of your points of confusion cleared up. Or you can always leave a comment on our lessons, and our teachers will get back to you. Remember, you're not alone. If you're struggling with a lesson, you can always get in touch with us. Number 6, take a break and go do something else. Another thing you can do is take a break and do something else that doesn't require much thinking. There's a reason our best ideas come while in the shower or while taking a walk. While you're on a break, your brain is more relaxed and starts making connections that you couldn't see when you were focused and stressed out. It's also why coming back to review things with a fresh mind can help you better understand the lessons you've taken. Number 7, downgrade your learning routine. If you're studying for 30 minutes a day and find yourself overwhelmed, or if you suddenly find yourself busy, the best thing to do is to reduce your study routine to something easier and more manageable. If you've been learning 30 minutes a day, drop down to 10 or 15 minutes. Even 5 minutes is good enough because language learning success comes with consistency. Quitting and coming back every 3 months won't work. This brings us to our next point. Number 8, remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Think about it. You can't cram for 5 hours and expect to remember everything you've studied. So just like with a marathon, it's okay to go slow and at your own pace, even if you're learning for just 5 minutes a day. Similarly, if you're having trouble understanding a grammar point or a lesson, don't let it bring you down. Learning a language is a marathon, a long-term game. The little points of confusion you have now are just small obstacles, and you'll fully understand them with time. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! When learning a new language, we sometimes have a hard time with things like procrastination, discouragement, or failure. But don't panic. With a good strategy, you'll be able to overcome these difficulties. Are you ready to discover the 4 habits of successful learners? Number 1, optimize your time. When learning a language, it's important to dedicate time to your studies regularly, even if sometimes it's difficult. You're busy with school, work, family, or friends, but you can spread out your learning throughout the day. Study whenever you have small gaps of time in your busy schedule. This can be when you're on the metro, on your lunch break, or while you're exercising. Our podcast learning format fits perfectly into your tight schedule. Number 2, consistency with your chosen method. There are a lot of options when it comes to courses and learning materials. Switching from one method to another can confuse you and disrupt your progress. Focusing on one learning method will make a difference. Our method has been created and optimized by real teachers, so you can stick to it with confidence. Number 3, use your language background. Many languages share some commonalities. You can find words that look or sound similar, or even share the same grammar structure. A little bit of language background will give you an edge while learning. Number 4, study continuously. People are excited when they start learning a new language. The enthusiasm usually lasts until the first roadblock. This can lead to discouragement and procrastination. But don't burn yourself out. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to learn it all at once. Break things down into more digestible chunks. Learning step by step might feel slow, but it's an efficient way to learn a language. With patience, motivation, and good resources, you'll master the language. Remember, you can't learn a language overnight, but with motivation and these daily lessons, you'll be on the road to fluency. Give it a try now. Sign up for your account. Just click the link in the description. Do you feel like you don't speak enough Swahili? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what are you good at? After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about what you're good at doing. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
Mimi ni mzuri kwa lugha.
Listen to it again.
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
What are you good at?
Mimi ni mzuri kwa lugha.
I'm good at languages. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what are you good at? That's,
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
listen to it again.
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi? Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
This Swahili sentence literally translates as, you are good at which thing? But it means, what are you good at? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is,
Mimi ni mzuri kwa.
skill. I'm good at skill. For example, I'm good at languages.
Mimi ni mzuri kwa lugha. Mimi ni mzuri kwa lugha.
Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to talk about your skills. Languages.
Lugha. Lugha.
Languages.
Lugha.
Sales.
Mauzo. Mauzo.
Sales.
Mauzo.
Typing.
Kuandika. Kuandika.
Typing.
Kuandika.
Video editing.
Uhariri wa video. Uhariri wa video.
Video editing.
Uhariri wa video.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
Mimi ni mzuri kwa mauzo.
What are you good at?
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
I'm good at sales.
Mimi ni mzuri kwa mauzo.
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
Mimi ni mzuri kwa kuandika.
What are you good at?
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
I'm good at typing.
Mimi ni mzuri kwa kuandika.
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
Mimi ni mzuri kwa uhariri wa video.
What are you good at?
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
I'm good at video editing.
Mimi ni mzuri kwa uhariri wa video.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what are you good at?
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
Imagine you're good at sales. Do you remember how to say sales?
Mauzo. Mauzo.
Say, I'm good at sales.
Mimi ni mzuri kwa mauzo.
Now, answer the question saying you're good at sales.
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
Mimi ni mzuri kwa mauzo.
Now, imagine you're good at typing. Do you remember how to say typing?
Kuandika. Kuandika.
Say, I'm good at typing.
Mimi ni mzuri kwa kuandika.
Now answer the question saying you're good at typing.
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
Mimi ni mzuri kwa kuandika.
Now imagine you're good at video editing. Do you remember how to say video editing?
Uhariri wa video. Uhariri wa video.
Say, I'm good at video editing.
Mimi ni mzuri kwa uhariri wa video.
Now answer the question saying you're good at video editing.
Je, wewe ni mzuri kwa jambo lipi?
Mimi ni mzuri kwa uhariri wa video.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to talk about your abilities. You're now able to say you're good at something like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell me and your fellow learners what you are good at. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye! Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools. Do you feel like you don't speak enough Swahili? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to use when apologizing to someone. After watching this video, you'll be able to apologize and say what you're apologizing for. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Samahani kwa kuchelewa.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Listen to it again.
Samahani kwa kuchelewa.
I'm sorry for being late.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Don't worry about it. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, I'm sorry for reason. The pattern is
Samahani kwa.
reason. This Swahili sentence literally translates as, sorry for reason, but it means, I'm sorry for reason. For example, I'm sorry for being late.
Samahani kwa kuchelewa. Samahani kwa kuchelewa.
Now, how do you respond that it's okay?
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Listen to it again.
Usijali kuhusu hilo. Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to apologize. Being late.
Kuchelewa.
Kuchelewa.
Being late.
Kuchelewa.
Lying to you.
Kukudanganya.
Kukudanganya.
Lying to you.
Kukudanganya.
Hurting your feelings.
Kukuumiza roho.
Kukuumiza roho.
Hurting your feelings.
Kukuumiza roho.
Canceling.
Kufutilia mbali.
Kufutilia mbali.
Canceling.
Kufutilia mbali.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Samahani kwa kukudanganya.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
I'm sorry for lying to you.
Samahani kwa kukudanganya.
Don't worry about it.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Samahani kwa kukuumiza roho.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
I'm sorry for hurting your feelings.
Samahani kwa kukuumiza roho.
Don't worry about it.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Samahani kwa kufutilia mbali.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
I'm sorry for canceling.
Samahani kwa kufutilia mbali.
Don't worry about it.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, I'm sorry for reason?
Samahani kwa.
Reason. And how do you respond to it?
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Imagine you want to apologize because you told a lie to someone. Do you remember how to say lying to you?
Kukudanganya. Kukudanganya.
Say, I'm sorry for lying to you.
Samahani kwa kukudanganya.
Now say you're sorry for lying and respond to it.
Samahani kwa kukudanganya.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Now imagine you want to apologize because you hurt someone's feelings. Do you remember how to say, hurting your feelings?
Kukuumiza roho. Kukuumiza roho.
Say, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings.
Samahani kwa kukuumiza roho.
Now say, you're sorry for hurting someone's feelings and respond to it.
Samahani kwa kukuumiza roho.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
Now imagine you want to apologize because you canceled. Do you remember how to say, canceling?
Kufutilia mbali. Kufutilia mbali.
Say, I'm sorry for canceling.
Samahani kwa kufutilia mbali.
Now, say you're sorry for canceling and respond to it.
Samahani kwa kufutilia mbali.
Usijali kuhusu hilo.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to apologize to someone. You are now able to apologize and forgive someone like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell your fellow learners why you'd apologize. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye! Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow, and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what kind of movies do you like? After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about movies and ask other people about their favorite kinds of movies. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Talking About Movies and TV PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Napenda sinema za hofu.
Once more with the English translation.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
What kind of movies do you like?
Napenda sinema za hofu.
I like horror movies. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what kind of movies do you like? That's
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Listen to it again.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema? Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
Napenda.
type of movie. I like type of movie. For example, I like horror movies.
Napenda sinema za hofu. Napenda sinema za hofu.
Here are a few more kinds of movies you can use with the same pattern to talk about movies. Horror movies.
Sinema za hofu. Sinema za hofu.
Comedy movies.
Sinema za kuchekesha. Sinema za kuchekesha.
Fantasy movies.
Sinema za fantasia. Sinema za fantasia.
Romance movies.
Sinema za mapenzi. Sinema za mapenzi.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Napenda sinema za kuchekesha.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Napenda sinema za fantasia.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Napenda sinema za mapenzi.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, "What kind of movies do you like?"
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Imagine you like comedies. Do you remember how to say, "Comedy"?
Sinema za kuchekesha. Sinema za kuchekesha.
Say, "I like comedies."
Napenda sinema za kuchekesha.
Now answer the question saying that you like comedies.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Napenda sinema za kuchekesha.
Now imagine that you like fantasy movies. Do you remember how to say fantasy?
Sinema za fantasia. Sinema za fantasia.
Say, "I like fantasy movies."
Napenda sinema za fantasia.
Now, answer the question saying you like fantasy movies.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Napenda sinema za fantasia.
Now imagine you like romantic movies. Do you remember how to say romance movies?
Sinema za mapenzi. Sinema za mapenzi.
Say, "I like romantic movies."
Napenda sinema za mapenzi.
Now answer the question saying you like romantic movies.
Unapenda aina gani ya sinema?
Napenda sinema za mapenzi.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to talk about movies. You are now able to talk about types of movies like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell us what your favorite kind of movie is. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye! Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to use when talking on the phone. After watching this video, you'll be able to ask for someone on the phone and to put someone on hold. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Making a Phone Call PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Jambo. Ningependa kuzungumza na mtu ambaye amesimamia.
Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja.
Once more with the English translation.
Jambo. Ningependa kuzungumza na mtu ambaye amesimamia.
Hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja.
Okay, just a moment. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say hello on the phone. That's
Jambo. Jambo.
Then you'll need to learn how to say, I'd like to speak with person. The pattern is
Ningependa kuzungumza na mtu.
person. For example, hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
Jambo. Ningependa kuzungumza na mtu ambaye amesimamia. Jambo. Ningependa kuzungumza na mtu ambaye amesimamia.
Now, how do you answer this question?
Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja.
Okay, just a moment. Listen to it again.
Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja. Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja.
This Swahili sentence literally translates as, sure, please wait minute 1, but it means, okay, just a moment. Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to talk on the phone. The person in charge.
Mtu ambaye amesimamia. Mtu ambaye amesimamia.
A sales representative.
Mwakilishi wa mauzo. Mwakilishi wa mauzo.
The manager.
Meneja. Meneja.
Customer service.
Huduma ya wateja. Huduma ya wateja.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Ningependa kuzungumza na mwakilishi wa mauzo. Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja. Ningependa kuzungumza na meneja. Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja. Ningependa kuzungumza na huduma ya wateja. Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, I'd like to speak with person?
Ningependa kuzungumza na mtu.
Person. And how do you answer it?
Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja.
Imagine you want to talk to a sales representative. Do you remember how to say, a sales representative?
Mwakilishi wa mauzo. Mwakilishi wa mauzo.
Say, I'd like to speak with a sales representative.
Ningependa kuzungumza na mwakilishi wa mauzo.
Now say you want to talk to a sales representative and answer it.
Ningependa kuzungumza na mwakilishi wa mauzo. Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja.
Now, imagine you want to talk to the manager. Do you remember how to say, the manager?
Meneja. Meneja.
Say, I'd like to speak with the manager.
Ningependa kuzungumza na meneja.
Now say you want to talk to the manager and answer it.
Ningependa kuzungumza na meneja.
Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja.
Now imagine you want to talk to customer service. Do you remember how to say customer service?
Huduma ya wateja. Huduma ya wateja.
Say, I'd like to speak with customer service.
Ningependa kuzungumza na huduma ya wateja.
Now say you want to talk to customer service and answer it.
Ningependa kuzungumza na huduma ya wateja.
Hakika. Tafadhali ngoja dakika moja.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to talk on the phone. You're now able to answer the phone like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell us and your fellow learners whom you'd like to call. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye!
Yeah, welcome everyone. It's Medina again. Welcome to Swahili Pod 101. Today, we are going to look at the top 25 phrases in Swahili. Let's have fun. Jambo. Hello. Okay, the first phrase is jambo. Hello. Jambo. Jambo is one of the most simple greetings in Kenya. Anyone can use it at any time. In fact, we love using it with tourists. Please visit Kenya and just say jambo. Habari za asubuhi. Good morning. Okay, the next phrase is habari za asubuhi. Good morning. Habari za asubuhi. We often wake up tired sometimes in the morning, but it doesn't cost to say habari za asubuhi. Good morning. Habari za mchana. Good afternoon. The next phrase is habari za mchana. Good afternoon. Habari za mchana. You know, in the afternoon when you meet someone, you're like, oh, habari za mchana. Habari means news. So you're trying to ask someone, okay, how is your afternoon? Tell me anything that is happening in your afternoon. Usiku mwema. Good night. Usiku mwema. Good night. Usiku mwema. Good night. Yes, it's time to sleep. I sometimes look forward to that time. And, you know, I look forward to saying good night to my friends or to my family or to my whatever person who is there. Jina lako nani? What's your name? Jina lako nani? What's your name? Jina lako nani? It's an obvious question whenever we meet with people, especially when you want to know who they are. It's polite to know someone's name, right? Do you like being called by your name? Yeah, that's why this phrase is very important. Jina lako nani? Mimi naitwa. Mimi naitwa Medina. My name is Medina. Mimi naitwa Medina. Now, this is actually an answer to the previous question, Jina lako nani? What's your name? Now, you have to keep this in mind that, you know, if you use this word frequently, you'll be able to tell people about your name. You'll be able to tell people your name. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. Nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Nice to meet you. I mean, it's really polite. I always feel like energized when someone says, nice to meet you. It can be awkward when someone says, oh, I did not want to meet you, you know, but we rarely hear that. Just use that word, nice to meet you. Habari gani? How are you? Habari gani? How are you? Habari in Swahili means news. And gani means what? So what news? Actually, what you're trying to ask here is like, what do you have? I mean, what is all about your life right now in a polite way, you know? Then someone will say, mzuri, or it's okay. They will not go on telling you whatever is happening all around, but you know, they'll just say it's fine or not good, you know? So it's an important phrase. Niko salama, asante, na wewe? I am fine, thanks. And you? Niko salama, asante. Fine, thanks. And you? Niko salama, asante means, oh, I'm fine. Literally, that is what it means. I'm fine, thank you. Then you take it back. What about you? You are concerned about the person who is asking you, you know? If you just say, oh, I'm fine, thanks, then you keep quiet, you know? I mean, we do that sometimes, but you know, sometimes you want to show concern, so you ask, na wewe, and you? Tafadhali, please. Tafadhali, please. It's a magic word all around the world. So tafadhali is one of those words that you want to embrace when you visit Kenya. Tafadhali, whenever you're asking a favor, just say tafadhali. Excuse me, tafadhali, tafadhali. That's one great word you need to remember. Asante, thank you. Asante, thank you. It's also one of the magic words that relates to tafadhali, please. You know, asante is like you're appreciating whatever favor you received from someone who did you a favor. So it's also one of those words you like to embrace whenever and wherever. Karibu, you're welcome. Karibu, you're welcome. Karibu. Karibu is one of the most common words used in Kenya. For example, when someone knocks your door, you'll say, oh, karibu. That means come in, or welcome, actually. Then, in some circumstance when someone gives you something, you'll say thank you, right? Now, the person who is giving, you will say karibu. Karibu means welcome. So it can be a joke, but you know what? You can go and ask them, or you can go and ask as many favors as you can, because they said karibu. I mean, that's a joke. You don't have to take it seriously, though. Dio, yes. Dio, yes. Dio. Dio is a response. Whenever someone asks a question, you can say Dio if it's a positive answer, to the question. It depends. You know, there are the yes, no questions. Yeah, that is where it lies. Dio. Umefika Kenya? Dio. Umekula chakula? Dio. Umefika Kenya means, have you arrived in Kenya? You'll say yes, which is Dio. Have you eaten food? Umekula chakula? You'll say Dio, yes. Hapana, no. Hapana, no. Hapana. Hapana is an answer to the yes-no question, just like Dio. Dio means yes, as we looked at it previously. Now here it's no. Umefika Kenya? Hapana. Have you arrived in Kenya? No. Umekula chakula? Have you eaten food? No. Hapana. Sawa. Okay. Sawa. Okay. Sawa. Okay. Sawa. Sawa is used to acknowledge that you agree to whatever has been said. For example, you can say, Sawa, nimeelewa maelezo yako. Okay, I've understood the explanation. Niwie radhi. Excuse me. Niwie radhi. Excuse me. Niwie radhi. This is a very handy word, especially when you want someone to excuse you for something. Niwie radhi. Naweza angalia mzigo wako? Excuse me, can I check your bag? Samahani. I'm sorry. Samahani. I am sorry. Samahani. Samahani is also one of those polite words that you really need to remember. It comes handy when you make a mistake. Samahani, nimechelewa. I'm very sorry that I'm late. Ni saa ngapi? What time is it? Ni saa ngapi? What time is it? Ni saa ngapi? Of course, you'll want to know time. If you cannot see the time, probably there's no wall clock around, or perhaps your phone is off to check, or perhaps you forgot your wristwatch. you'll ask your friend, ni saa ngapi? Msala ni wapi? Where is the restroom? Msalani ni wapi? Where is the restroom? Msalani ni wapi? Now, for real, you may need this word really, especially if nature keeps calling on you. You know, you may want to ask, hey, tafadhali, msalani ni wapi? Excuse me, where is the restroom? Subiri kidogo. Wait a moment. Subiri kidogo. Wait a moment. Subiri kidogo. When you're caught up doing something and someone asks for a favor, you may use this word. Just a moment. Subiri kidogo. Bei ya hii ni nini? How much is this? Bei ya hii ni nini? How much is this? Bei ya hii ni nini? How much is this? Bei ya hii ni nini? Now, he there stands for the thing that you want to buy. For example, you can say, bei ya hii nguo ni nini? How much is this dress? Saidia, help. Saidia, help. Saidia. Saidia! Imagine you're drowning. What will you do? You'll shout, Saidia! Help! When you're in trouble, I mean, this word comes in handy. I think you may want to use it. Tuonane baadaye. See you later. Tuonane baadaye. See you later. Tuonane baadaye. After you meet with your friend, you have a chat with her or him, you'll definitely say, bye, see you later, when you're parting. I think it's also one of those polite words that you may want to add to your list. Kwaheri, goodbye. Kwaheri, goodbye. Kwaheri, goodbye. Kwaheri. Now, kwaheri reminds me of those toughest moments in my life, you know, when I went abroad to study and my family was back in my country. The toughest moments was when we were parting, you know. I will never want to say kwaheri. I will never want to say goodbye. I will never even want to utter it out, but I will just say it with tears rolling down my cheeks. Yeah, kwaheri. It's a good word to use whenever you're parting. Sijui, I don't know. Sijui, I don't know. Sijui. This is a word that you'll use when you acknowledge that for sure you're not sure about the answer to the question or to the situation that is happening at the moment. Some people think it's impolite to say sijui, especially when you're asking for directions. They'll try to give you information which might be wrong to show that they are polite. So you got to be careful. Thank you so much for staying with us until the end of this video. Did you enjoy this video? If you did, do not forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to visit swahilipod101.com. Kwaheri! See you again!
Okay, today's topic is 4 rules for staying motivated with language learning. You're going to learn 1. The mistake people make with motivation, 2. The 4 rules for motivation, and 3. How you can apply the 4 rules to your language learning. Do you wish you were more motivated about language learning? You watch motivational videos, you feel good for a second, but none of it sticks. This lesson may have some tips to help you. First, listen up. Here are this month's new lessons and resources. First, the 24-hour survival phrases cheat sheet. Traveling and want to learn a bit of the language? Then these survival phrases will help you with the first 24 hours. Second, the ultimate listening video master course. How good are your listening skills? Watch this free video master course to more easily understand native speakers. You can download it right now. Third, the 50 most common verbs all beginners must know. Do you know all of these verbs? If not, this lesson will drill the 50 most common verbs into your head. Just use the free audio slideshow tool inside. And fourth, 20 strategies for learning a language at home. Want to learn a language from the comfort of your own home? This 1-minute lesson gives you all the best tactics for learning languages. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. 4 rules for staying motivated with language learning. Want to know how to really stay motivated? Then listen closely to these 4 rules. These rules might be a little different from the advice that you often hear. Ready? Rule number 1, action comes first. Are you the type of person who prefers to make things happen? Or are you the type that waits for things to happen to you? One of the best ways to stay motivated with language learning is to not think about motivation. Instead, take action and start learning. The mistake that most people make is that they have this backwards. They think they should wait to feel motivated first and then start learning. But really, it's the other way around. First, you do a language lesson. You learn a basic conversation. Then you do another. And then you start feeling like you can do more and learn more. You see results. So results bring motivation. Thinking about motivation does not bring motivation. Thinking about motivation is like reading an article about how to go outside for a run instead of actually going outside for a run. So action comes first. Rule number 2, always have an outside influence. It's very easy to lose motivation if you're learning language alone. So what do? Here are some examples. You get a study buddy. You hire a tutor. You join a meetup group. You plan a trip to a country where people speak that language. Or you sign up for a proficiency test, like many language learners do. Why do this? Because now you have other people depending on you. You have outside factors that keep you going with the language. For example, if you signed up for a language proficiency test, you know you have a few months to study and you have to take the test on a certain date. Someone is going to pass or fail you. This is a lot more motivating than learning alone. If you're learning with our program, you can get your own teacher with the Premium Plus plan. They'll hold you accountable, send you homework, and give you feedback. If you have a study buddy, well, now you have someone that expects you to show up and improve. And if they're better than you, that should give you extra motivation because you want to be at their level. So get some outside influence. The next rule is rule number 3. Always have a go-to study method. When you arrive at work or the gym, or when you start your homework, you always have that one thing you do first, right? What do? For example, with work, maybe the very first thing you do is check emails. Then you check your tasks for the week. After that, you get started. Well, you need to make the same kind of habits with language learning. You need a go-to study method that you're comfortable with, an easy starting point. And this totally depends on you and your style. Choose something you enjoy. Some people listen to audio lessons. Some people like flashcards. For some people, writing is easy. You can write out song lyrics and translate them. It's up to you. The point is, you should give yourself an easy first step to get you started and get into the flow of learning. If you're learning with our program, you can start with the word of the day email or do a quick 3-minute audio lesson. You can copy out the lesson dialogue, read through the lesson notes, or even easier, just review and re-listen to a lesson you took the day before. If you have your own go-to study method, you're already miles ahead of most learners. Leave a comment and tell us about it. And finally, rule number 4, always be working on something. So here, I want you to stop and think about your friends. Do you have a friend that's always up to something? Some project? They're working on a song, or they're making videos. They finish one thing and they start another. Well, if you wonder how they stay motivated, it's because they're always working on something. And this goes back to taking action. If you're not learning or working, you can't stay motivated. So you need to apply this to language learning. How? For example, like I mentioned in part 2 about outside influence, you can make a plan to travel to a country that speaks your target language. Or you can sign up for a language proficiency test. If you do that, you'll have something to look forward to, something to do. If you're traveling, you need to learn travel phrases. If you have a proficiency test coming up, you have to study grammar and do exercises. What else can you do? If you already have a textbook or workbook, make it a goal to finish that book. If you have a learning program, make it a goal to finish it or reach a certain level. If you're using our lessons, make it a goal to finish one learning pathway. Then, when you're done, give yourself something else to do, something to stick with, something to look forward to. So, let's recap. 1. Action comes first. 2. Always have an outside influence. 3. Always have a go-to study method. And 4. Always be working on something. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about how to get a return on your language learning investment. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Swahili ebook before it's gone.